When you think about it, chemicals are a big part of everyday life, both at home and in the workplace. We all use cleaners, detergents, solvents, pesticides, and many other chemicals on a daily basis. We put gasoline and oil in our vehicles, and sunscreen on our skin. Chemicals are present in cosmetics, shampoo, and even in some of the food we eat. In short, in today's society, you can't completely avoid chemicals. Many people make their living handling, using, and manufacturing chemicals. The purpose of any hazard communication program is to make you more aware of chemicals, their properties, and their potential hazards. It is of critical importance that you know how to properly use, handle, store, clean up, and dispose of chemicals. This video is only the first step. Your employer will provide additional training and information specific to your job and location. The goal is a safe and healthy workplace. This can only happen if employees, management, and suppliers work together in applying the basic concepts covered in this program. Remember, the safe way is the only way to work. It has been estimated that more than 32 million workers utilize up to 650,000 hazardous chemical products in more than 3 million American workplaces. This is why the following information is so vitally important to learn and put into practice. Again, the basic goal of a hazard communication program is to be sure employers and employees know about work hazards and how to protect themselves, which will help to reduce the incidence of chemical source illness and injuries. Chemicals can pose a wide range of health hazards, such as irritation, sensitization, and carcinogenicity, and physical hazards such as flammability, corrosion, and reactivity. OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard is designed to ensure that information about these hazards and associated protective measures is made available to both employers and employees. Proper labeling is an extremely important component of any hazard communications program. In-plant containers of hazardous chemicals must be labeled, tagged, or marked with the identity of the material and appropriate hazard warnings. If the material is subsequently transferred by someone from a labeled container to another container, that person will have to label that container clearly to prevent an unintentional exposure. The primary information to be obtained from an OSHA-required label is an identity for the material and appropriate hazard warnings. As we mentioned, chemical manufacturers and importers are required to obtain or develop a data sheet for each hazardous chemical they produce or import. Distributors are responsible for ensuring that their customers are provided copies of these SDSs. Employers keep on file an SDS for each chemical they use, and may rely on this and other information received from their suppliers. Chemicals in today's society and workplaces are here to stay, and many chemicals are extremely safe to use, but all chemicals must be treated with respect, and you must always follow the manufacturer's recommendations and instructions. Also, never mix any chemicals unless you have been trained and authorized by management. Mixing chemicals can be extremely dangerous. That's about all for this short introduction on hazard communication. It's really up to you to work and act safely. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and all the rules, regulations, policies, labels, or material safety data sheets won't do any good if you don't take the responsibility to perform every job safely. It won't slow you down or interfere with your job. It will reduce accidents and injuries. Thank you.